Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back on in to the Blue Collar Psychiatrist. Today, we're going to talk about what I call the People's Cafeteria. The People's Cafeteria? What does that mean? Well, I've eaten in many cafeterias over my lifetime. And the one thing that separates cafeterias from other restaurants is that you can pick and choose what you want to eat as you go down the line. In other cafeterias, or rather in other restaurants, you have to look at the menu and then you have to decide what you want. You can't see exactly what you're going to get. You don't know. But in a cafeteria, you can see what's there. And that's the advantage of a cafeteria. You pick what you want. Well, this also applies to people's behavior. I have known people who will tell you, and me, religion is so important to me. I believe in this God or that God, and I adhere to those tenets of those religions because I know that I may go to purgatory if I violate any of those religious laws. I can't tell you how many people I have known or known people from television who will sit there on their mighty throne and tell you that they are very religious, that they do not believe in premarital sex. They will tell you that the good book prohibits what they call fornication. And yet, what do? Just like everybody else and everything else that's concerned, they do what they want. If they find someone who they find attractive, then it is not uncommon for those same people who just got through telling you how religious they are. It's not uncommon for them to practice fornication, sex out of wedlock. That's just one thing that people do, but it's very common and very striking when you see somebody and hear somebody tell you how religious they are and then fornicate. Or they will tell you how religious they are and then in their business will cheat and steal their customers. It's unbelievable to see how blatant these deviations from what they call their tenets of religion can go. In other cases, you have people who will tell you how important it is to be in shape and to have weight and height proportionate. And yet you see these people eating like pigs, 100 pounds overweight. Not that that's good or not that that's what we want to copy. But again, it's the same thing. People do what they want to do, regardless of what they tell you, regardless of what they say, regardless of what they preach. They will do what they want to do. You cannot believe anyone because temptation steps in the way. And if you catch them in their act, they will somehow say, well, it couldn't be helped. It's just the way it is. I'm just human. Well, that's right. You are just human. then act like a human and be straight with people and tell them what your beliefs are, but don't then go deviate from that. And then shake your finger at somebody else who deviates. A lady friend of mine years ago told me that she knew, or from her father, who lived in Holland, that some religious leaders who get on the pulpit and point their fingers about people going to hell if they do certain things have been seen walking into houses of ill repute. Even the leaders, not just the average schmo who goes to the church or temple, even those on the temple, even those on the pulpit who preach weekly about what you should do and shouldn't do, even they can engage in behaviors that are contrary to everything they preach about. I tell you, if people would just mind their own business, stop telling other people how they should behave, it would be a better world. But now what happens is that people see these priests of high religion behaving against the very things they say that you should not do. What it comes to is this: we're all human, we all succumb to temptations, and we all do what we feel like at the given time if the circumstances are right. That's what it comes to. So I don't want to hear anybody telling me what I should do or what I shouldn't do. I have my own set of rules that I have for myself. And ladies and gentlemen, those rules I believe to be solid and to the point. Have I made mistakes in the past? Have I done things in the past that that conflict with what I believe or think? Yes. You know why? Because I'm human. Ladies and gentlemen, I remind you to drink and drink abundantly from the fountain of life. See you next time.